Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So I wanted to revisit Spiral Studio. Now the reason is we know that they are taking a big project, and that is making King Ghidorah. This is the picture, you guys are seeing the pictures in the background. Now they are responsible for making this beautiful, just amazing Ghidorah, and it's probably one of the best Ghidorahs out there for 2020, 2019, and it must be their most ambitious project they have ever undertaken for Ghidorah. Just the engineering behind it and everything that they have to go through to get those details. The collaborations, they have to work with legendary Toho, even Michael Dougherty. That's such an honor, but props to them. Now you may be asking, why talk about Spiral Studio? So if you didn't know, via Facebook or Twitter, they have recently decided to resculpt or redo King Ghidorah for a second time. The reason why that is it was already beautiful. You guys can see the pictures. It has amazing detail. It looks so realistic, one of the best ones out there. But the main guy behind this project decided that he's aiming for perfection. He wants this to look as accurate as the movie. He wants this to be exactly what you saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters for Ghidorah. He has a big dream. I personally know him. He's one of my friends now, and props to him for accomplishing such a big dream. And I give a lot of respect to him for saying, you know what, it's not perfect. If I want this to be perfect, I really have to give it my all. He wants customers to be satisfied with what they're buying. He really cares about the community, and from what I can tell, I was talking to him, I was giving him feedback and all of that, and the first version, by no means was it terrible, but if there's always room for improvements and you see mistakes and things that you think about, I can actually do this better, I can give customers, my community, the best Ghidorah out there. I want to make changes. I want people to be very happy with what they're paying for. This is a very expensive figure resin kit statue, so it makes sense. And not every single company does this. This is something that I really do love about this guy, that he listens, and he's not like other companies that just make a figure and that's it. When it comes down to other companies, hardly will they take any feedback or let alone do any changes. So I do have a lot of respect for him actually wanting to do changes and improve on his statue, and I give him a lot of respect because a figure like King Ghidorah is not easy to engineer, sculpt, especially due to the mass of him. My apologies if I do sound kind of weird. I'm currently sick and it's no fun, but I'm doing this video for you. Now, in the following images, I want to show you guys the differences of Ghidorah. So here you go. This is how Ghidorah used to look. He looks incredible and all that, but just take a look at his nose, the upper section of his head, his horns, everything, right? Now make sure to have a good look at his head, every single detail, and you'll see a big change on the upgraded, improved second version of Ghidorah that he's actually doing because he cares. Now take a look at this. His nose has a lot of more details. It's much refined. You guys can see the horns, just better details overall on top of his head. Whereas the first version, yeah, it had a lot of details, but it just looked kind of smooth. It looked like the details were there, but they weren't like popping out as much as this one right here. You guys can definitely tell details are much refined. Now taking a look at this is the neck section. You guys can see the scales, his horns, and then to the other side you guys can see how the scales are getting bigger. And like I said, this is the first version. They look really good and all of that, but he's willing to improve on this, and like I told you guys, not many companies do that, and I do give a lot of respect to him, like I've been saying in the past videos and in this video right here, because not everybody is willing to do that. Through messages, he actually confirmed that Michael Dougherty is actually helping him with the second version, upgraded version of Ghidorah. So that's freaking awesome. Like, I always thought, does he ever talk to Michael Dougherty or people like that? And I was very curious about that, but it turns out like yes, he actually talks to him, and props to him. Now the second version, take a look at this. Wow, is that a big improvement? This looks very impressive. Comparing the first version of the neck to the second upgraded version, it's night and daytime for me. You guys can see the scales have a shine to it. It looks more snake type to it, and I do believe Michael Dougherty is saying that Ghidorah is based on a rattlesnake with the movement of a snake, so it makes sense, and I just love this. It looks incredible. Now look at this. For a lot of people complaining that no real pictures of the actual statue have been shown, that was something that some people were concerned about, that maybe the promotion wasn't true, that maybe it was kind of fake, that Ghidorah wasn't going to look like that. But I can assure you right now that what you see is what you're getting. And not only that, but he told me that he's redoing the whole thing. So details on his wings, his body, head, neck, everything is getting refined to look better. This will probably be the best King Ghidorah out there. And I know a lot of people might be like, okay, what about X Plus Gigantic series? We don't really know how X Plus is going to respond. Now X Plus is known for the best of the best out there, but even X Plus, they do sometimes stylized figures. Some figures look exactly like they did in the movie version, but a good example of this would be Shin Godzilla. Their gigantic Shin Godzilla is not 100% accurate, where Spyro Studio is actually giving you the real deal. 100% Ghidorah. No what if, but this is missing, blah blah blah, it doesn't look like this. No, you're getting the real deal right here. Now a lot of people in the comments, I remember, told me, will they ever do a 6-inch, 30 centimeter, 25 centimeter? And that's even a question that I had for them. Are you guys ever planning to do a 30 centimeter Ghidorah line, or even the whole line? And I want to have your thoughts. If you guys could have any version of Ghidorah, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, what version would it be? Me personally, I would love to see a Ghidorah with his wings folded, because that's something unique. Most of the companies out there haven't really gave us that pose of Ghidorah with his wings folded, and I know there's so many people that have been wanting this in the comments. I remember where someone did a customized monster arts. A lot of people were going crazy for that. So here's my take. I would love to see a Ghidorah with his wings folded, him having his gravity beams light up his necks, his chest, and have the platform be eyes. Something that looks very realistic, and his wings have to be folded. That's something that I've been wanting, and why not? It's something unique that hasn't really been done other than X Plus. So for him or any company to do something like that, it would be a banger for sure. Like, people would go crazy. Now my second idea would be have a Ghidorah with thunder throughout his wings, just like we saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's also something unique and awesome that nobody at this point has done. And another one would be a King Ghidorah poster version, where you see him in a more yellowish and black tone, and his neck, his body is covered with thunder, just like in the poster that we saw for Ghidorah, Godzilla, Rodan, what have you. Now let me know in the comments down below, which pose would you like to see for Ghidorah, for a future version of Ghidorah? Maybe you want to see him flying in the flying pose. Now let's talk about the fire demon, Rodan. Personally, I would do two versions. The standard version would be something like this, right? You get your traditional Rodan, but your second special DX or special edition Rodan would have to be one where he has, the volcanic type of ash around his body, and his body is translucent, he lights up. That would be something more unique, because people would be like, oh my god, that's awesome. He actually looks Like he has lava throughout his body, he's translucent, so light would work perfectly with this figure. On top of that, I would definitely add the Arco Jet. A lot of people want the Arco Jet. No company really has done the Arco Jet, and I'm not sure if other companies like NECA, X Plus, Monster Arts will ever give us an Arco Jet, but it's definitely something that's been requested for so many people out there in the comments. Like I remember people asking me, why isn't there no Arco Jets? Like we need one, and there's only really one person that has done one, which is Carla Studios, and she has done one, and it's like $50 if you want to pick it up. But definitely there has to be two versions. The special color or the rig version has to offer that Arco Jet with the light up feature. Now let me know what ideas you want for Rodan, or what type of pose would you like to see Rodan? Maybe with his wings open, landing. Now this idea might be too crazy, but what if for his platform they actually sculpted a full-on volcano, and the volcano lights up like the volcano is erupting with lava? That would be freaking cool. Talking about Mothra, again, two versions. The standard version would be either the orange with white, typical black that we know, right? The one from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Translucent again. Don't leave the standard version far behind, because you don't want to make customers feel like they're getting ripped off or they're getting less. Now the special color version or the special edition Mothra would actually have a light up feature where she changes colors, like the one that we saw towards the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Maybe from orange she can go to blue, and that would be freaking unique. That has been highly requested. I have seen so many comments wanting a Mothra like that. Now she could possibly change from blue to green, maybe orange, have translucent wings, have her eyes glow. Now it would also include a larva Mothra. That would be freaking unique. Maybe a larva with her cocoon and something else to make this special color unique. Let me know in the comments down below your ideas for every single Titan. For Godzilla, I personally want to see this pose with Godzilla Supercharge. To me, this was one of the best scenes, just seeing Godzilla come out with the army, the destroyers, jets, and all of that. That was freaking amazing. Plus the classic music, one of the best ones out there. Now a different pose would be like the one you saw against Ghidorah, but of course many people want to see Burning Godzilla. Now this one would obviously be the special color version, the ultimate version, and of course this one would have to light up, and so will the Supercharge. The Supercharge will look unique as the Burning Godzilla version too, but for the Burning Godzilla, for something special, I would include the chopped off Ghidorah head where he blows it up, or something unique. I don't know, add something that makes every single version stand out from each other. To me, a pose talks a lot. A pose can say so many things, and that is very important, such as details. But let me know in the comments down below, what ideas, what type of poses would you like to see for every single version, and what would you include for every single version, like Ghidorah, Godzilla, Mothra, and Rodan. I would love to hear your feedback, and I'm sure Spyro Studio would love to hear feedback from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.